ترحم على محمد وآل محمد إن كانوا مسيئين فتجاوز عنهم.
It's a funeral/spectacle, a procession that is also a performance. This is how Iran bids farewell to its leaders. Massive crowds on the streets, people weeping in public and chants of death to America. Yes, there is grief, but there is also political messaging. Let's show you the pictures first. Ebrahim Raisi's funeral procession is covering multiple cities. Yesterday, it was in Tabriz and Qom. Today, it was in Tehran. And the residents of the capital did not disappoint. Tens of thousands of them turned up. They swarmed the open truck that was carrying the coffins. Many of these people offered flowers. Others held up posters of the dead officials. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was also present. He personally led the funeral prayers. Beside him was the acting president of Iran. He was weeping as Khamenei repeated the prayers. Take a look.
ترحم على محمد وآل محمد الحين الله أكبر.
Foreign dignitaries also attended, although some of them do not deserve to be called that, like Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh and the Taliban's foreign minister. Both men led delegations to Tehran. Haniyeh got a personal meeting with Supreme Leader Khamenei. He welcomed him with a hug. Iran's partner countries also sent representatives. Russia's head of parliament, Turkey's vice president, the prime minister of Iraq, the prime minister of Pakistan, the vice premier of China, and the vice president of India, that's Jagdeep Dhankar. He reached Tehran earlier today and paid his respects to Ebrahim Raisi. Of course, Western countries stayed away. Most of them do not have diplomatic ties with Iran, so they did not send any delegation. Even this short guest list is important. It shows that Iran still has friends, powerful friends. But the regime will be more focused on the domestic attendees, the people of Iran. We've seen this before too. Funerals for top leaders attract thousands of people, often millions. The first instance was in 1989. That's when Iran's first supreme leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, died. Guess how many mourners turned up? According to Iran, 10 million people. That was 1/6 of Iran's population. They turned up to bid farewell to the supreme leader. Another instance was in 2017. Former President Hashemi Rafsanjani died of a cardiac arrest. He was a founding father of the Islamic Republic, so the turnout was massive. Reports say 2 million mourners turned up for him. He was buried next to Khomeini. The third instance was in 2020. Iranian General Qasem Soleimani was killed by the US. Once again, massive turnout. Around 1 million people attended his funeral. Now, all these instances are different. Khomeini was a supreme leader. Rafsanjani was a founding father and president. Soleimani was killed by Iran's great Satan, the US. So there was grief plus anger. And these crowds matter for the Iranian regime. It is not a real democracy. It doesn't hold free and fair elections, so Western countries question its legitimacy, and this is the regime's response. It's like saying, look at the crowd, look at how many Iranians adore and weep for us. But this time there are two questions. One, how big is the turnout? Iran has not released a number yet, but other countries will be watching closely because Raisi's death is different from others. He was not a career politician. He was not killed by the United States. He was not a founding father, nor was he a charismatic cleric. So what if mourners do not turn up in the millions? That's a worry for the Iranian regime. And question number 2, is this turnout genuine? Honestly, it's hard to say. Raisi was a hardline conservative politician, and Iranian conservatives do turn up at such events. They're loyal to the regime. Listen in.
It was a very tragic incident for everyone, and especially for the people of the West Asia region, because Mr. Raisi was the symbol of service and devotion for the people.
There will not be a noticeable disruption in the system because of his absence. Even maybe the system can do better in political, international and financial aspects due to this incident and the unity people showed.
But others may have attended out of curiosity or fear. Iran has declared 5 days of mourning. Government offices and schools are shut. So what do people do? Some may have thought might as well attend the funeral. Plus there is fear of reprisals. Some Tehran residents apparently got text messages saying what? That everyone must attend the funeral. And when you get a message like that in Iran, you do not question it. You just do it. The regime has already given strong messages to dissidents. They've been told, do not celebrate. If you do, you will face charges. So I guess the sentiment is mixed. Grief plus fear. But the regime's job is not done yet. The funeral is supposed to signal their popularity. Next, they must signal their stability. Iran's parliament held a special session on Tuesday, and Khamenei has said that operations will not be disrupted. So the message is quite clear. The regime is as strong as ever. Whether that's true or not is a different question altogether.
Firstpost reports from the world's second largest continent. Hello, I'm Alison Lagrange. A very warm welcome from Durban, South Africa. We get you the news and the newsmakers from Africa. South Africa goes to the polls on the 29th of May. I will track the election and bring you ground reports. Is it the end of the road for the African National Congress? And will former President Jacob Zuma stage a dramatic comeback? From elections to climate change, to innovations and opportunities. As the world's attention shifts, we report from Africa, the heart of the global South. Join me every weekday live on Firstpost.